Hey guys, so I wanted to do an addendum video to my proven product partnering review, and there's been some talk in the Facebook group, and I know some people don't agree with me on what I had to say in the previous video, so I just wanted to share a few more thoughts and address some points. So one of the things that was said was that there's really no risk for the client or you as a consultant. And wow, wouldn't that be great? Because I don't think I've ever been in any type of business relationship or any business transaction where there wasn't risk on both sides. In my opinion, the key is risk analysis. But let me tell you why I think there's risk on both sides. First of all, for you as a consultant, if you spend a month of your time or even a week going out there and trying to get clients and you don't land any clients, well, you just spent a week or a month or however long and got nothing to show for it. So there's the risk for you. And to me, my time is the most valuable asset I have. It's more valuable than money. So I consider that a pretty big risk. Or if you do get a client, let's say that you spend a month or 2 months doing their launch and it doesn't end up being profitable and the client cuts it. Then you invested that time and have really nothing to show for it. So again, it's a time risk. On the client's end, the only way I could see that there would be a minimal amount of risk is if the product was sitting on the shelf collecting dust and wasn't moving at all. In that case, it would be more of a liability than an asset because it's taking up shelf space. But other than that, there's going to be a big risk to the client. And I'm going to guess that in 9 out of 10 cases, it's not that they're not moving the product. They're just not selling on Amazon, or they're not selling very well on Amazon. So in that case, then there's a big risk because if they're selling, if you're selling a product for $50 and it costs your client $25, and they're doing a 300 unit promo deeply discounted to say $5, well, they're out $20 a unit right off the top, right from the start, and then you have advertising costs, you have FBA costs, you have Amazon commissions, you have product redesigning and labeling and all that stuff, you have software costs for tracking and email follow-up and an Amazon account cost. So pay-per-click costs, well, that's advertising, but anyway, so you're probably right back up to $25 a unit right there. And if you give away 300 units, let's say, in any reasonably competitive market, if you want to get up on page 1 more than just the bottom, which may not even sell that much, then giving away 300 units is probably going to be about the least you're going to have to do. So right there, 300 units, you're probably close to $8,000 or something like that with everything. And there's no guarantees that you're going to be ranked. Even Dan Hollings talks about that in his course, that these big promos, these launch promos where you try to get a good velocity going for an extended period of time so that you can stick once you get up there, doesn't always work. And there have been plenty of people that have done it as of late and have said that it didn't work for them. So it does work sometimes, obviously. It worked for me. Thank the Lord for that. But if it doesn't work, then the client's out $8,000 and they could possibly want to continue with it, but they might just cut it at that point, and they're out $8,000, and you're out whatever time you put into it. So I see it as a risk no matter what for both sides. So the other couple things that were talked about was, sales skills and how important that is. Well, I don't think you need to be a sales genius, but I think you do need to have some basic sales skills. I mean, you need to know how to communicate with people. And what you really need to do is you need to be able to put yourself in the client's shoes. And that's really what I'm trying to do here, is if somebody came to me and said, hey, I can triple your sales on Amazon, I would say, wow, that sounds great. So how are you going to do that? And how much is it going to cost me? And how have you done this before? And what were your results? And all of that kind of stuff. So I think that any smart business person is going to want to know the answer to those questions. And they're also going to want to see numbers. So show me a projection. When am I going to get my money back? And then show me the return after that, right? So I'm sure you guys have probably seen Shark Tank, a lot of you. And two of the most common reasons why sharks drop out of a deal is, one, because the numbers don't add up and they don't think that they're going to get a return on their investment. Or I should say, the person pitching the deal doesn't even tell them how they're going to get their money back or when they're going to get their money back. So that's probably one of the most common reasons they drop out. The second one that's really common is they say, it's too early, you don't have a proven business model here. Come back once you've proven this. So my point about having a track record is, like I said, if you came to me and pitched this, I would say, well, when have you done this? And you said, well, I haven't, I would say, it's too early and you don't have a proven model here. Come talk to me after you've done a couple of your own products and you can prove this is going to work. So that's why I think you need a track record. Now, the one strategy that Jim Cockrum talked about, I think, is a great strategy. It's not really something I'm interested in personally, is the bird dog strategy. So you go out and you line up deals, and then you get somebody else to come in and close them. Somebody that's got the track record, that's got the sales skills, and you just line up the deals, get somebody that's qualified and interested, and then you get paid a commission on that. So I think that's, it's a viable strategy. You still have to know how to talk to people, and you still have to give them enough to really get them interested, serious about doing business, right? So you're still going to have some sales skills, even if you do that, in my opinion. Don't need to be a rock star, but you have to know how to communicate. So it's really interesting, though, that if you remember when this course was posted, that what did they use to promote the course? It was a screenshot of Dan Hollings, the results that he had been getting with, I don't know if it was just one client or more than that, but so they used the track record as one of the main selling points on this deal. So that goes to show you how important it is. Otherwise, they wouldn't be using it. So the other thing, too, is that your prospective client probably isn't going to know you from Adam. Maybe you got some good contacts and you know some people already. But if you don't, most people probably don't, so it's going to be more of a cold situation. And they don't know you from Adam. Well, if they don't know you from Adam and you don't have a track record, then it's going to be really hard to convince them to take a risk with you. Um, so, and if this course was pitched by somebody that I didn't know, the chances of me buying it are like really slim, almost slim to none, even with a 30-day money-back guarantee. I mean, the reason I bought it is because it's Jim Cockrum, and I have a lot of respect for Jim, and I trust him. So that was a big reason why I bought this course. And that is really the heart of sales, is trust. So, and the best way to get that trust is to prove it. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, either tell me that I'm crazy and I don't know what I'm talking about and why, or give me a thumbs up and tell me I made some valid points here, and maybe I'll see you on the Facebook group.